Hello, my beautiful friends. Hope you're doing amazing. Today, we're going to be discussing another unpopular opinion, if that's something you'd be interested in. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Audrey. Thank you so much for being here. Please consider subscribing down below before you leave. We talk about makeup over here. I'm just a mom who loves makeup, and that's what we do. And if you're returning, hi, hello, welcome. I love and appreciate you, and let's get started. All right, so unpopular opinion. I've been having a lot of fun with these, if you couldn't tell. So this one, man, is also really, really good timing. Like with the Sephora sale coming up when I'm recording this. This will probably be up like during the Sephora sale while it's still happening. But like oh, I just watched. Okay, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I do apologize if you have a differing opinion than me. Unfortunately, that does happen. People have different opinions than me. Please keep the comments kind. I would really appreciate that. I am not the most thick-skinned person, but I am on the internet, so I've got to learn how to figure it out. And this is not as heated as I don't think. I mean, it could be. It could turn out that way, but I don't feel like it's as heated as my last unpopular opinion. So, today we are going to be discussing makeup. What did I call it? Makeup spending. That's what I was gonna, yeah. Makeup spending. Your spending habits. What you want to spend. Like, I guess kind of like taking a vein from TikTok, I guess, like overconsumption, underconsumption, whatever that's a chunk of moisturizer. Whatever kind of consumption you want to call it. I just watched I didn't watch the whole thing because it upset me, so I got out of it. But there was this really mean video about I forgot my lip stuff. Mean video about just specifically about recommendation videos for the Sephora sale. And I think you'll probably see you'll see my recommendation video, or it'll go live. If you haven't seen it yet, you should watch it. It'll go live before this video. And how Sephora recommendation videos are bad, how people shouldn't make them, how they just promote spending money and you don't need to spend money, and just all this. It was not nice. It wasn't nice. I didn't like it. It made me upset. Because, I mean, she named some creators that I really like and watch all the time. And I love making Sephora recommendation videos, and I love watching them. That's like during this time of year, binge watching Sephora recommendation videos is what I do. I like to see, it's what I do. I like to see what everyone is recommending, what they love. And, if I see more than one person recommending it, multiple people recommending it, then I'm like, oh, wow, that it means something to me. A lot of people recommended that product. Maybe it's really good. Maybe I should look into it. And I like to purchase makeup. So I binge watch Sephora recommendation videos. I just YouTube search it and watch them over and over. The next one. I actually find a lot of new creators around this time too, because I mean, obviously, if you're a creator, a beauty creator, following the trends is something that can be very good for your channel. So making those recommendation videos that people are looking for is a good idea. So it helps me find new creators. It's super fun for me. I love talking about makeup, and usually those videos are just like, I love this makeup, I love this, I love this, I love this. Like, I love that. Love hearing what people love. I also really like hearing what people don't love, but I think it's so fun. So I really enjoy Sephora recommendation videos, and there's just so much of this going on right now all over the makeup space, and like um over consumerism, over consumption, and people buying too much, and all this stuff. And I've said it before on my channel, but I'll say it again because I think it needs to be said again, especially with the Sephora sale coming up and the fact that that video was just so mean. Everybody spends their money on something. Like, everybody spends their money on something. And I don't think that it's a bad thing. Some people like spending money on decorations for their house. Some people like spending money on their cars. Some people like spending money on their video games. Some people like spending money on their kids. Some people like spending money on their spouses. Some people like spending money on movies. It's just, the list goes on and on and on because everybody likes spending their money on something. Yes, makeup expires. And I don't think, I've never ever, most of the time actually, when you watch beauty creators, especially ones with a really large collection, most of them that I've seen, at least this season anyways, they're always like, this is not a reasonable amount of makeup for anyone to have. I have a large collection because I do YouTube and I like to compare, and I know that you guys like to see it. And I like spending my money on makeup. How many people who play video games play every single video game they buy or finish it? Maybe finish it. No, they probably play it for a while. I mean, speaking from experience, my husband buys a game, plays it, gets bored, doesn't finish it, remembers, plays it again later. Like, he has it forever, and it doesn't go bad like makeup. But makeup doesn't go bad instantly. And it's just everybody spends their money on something. I can understand that the language can get kind of crazy. Like, I don't specifically, I think on TikTok, I'm gonna make a whole unpopular opinion video regarding TikTok, but regarding makeup spending and TikTok, most of the time it just feels like they're yelling at you, and that's because they're yelling at you. And I only recently went on makeup TikTok to kind of see what's happening, like what that is. People talk about it a lot, but I'm not really on TikTok at all. So I wasn't really sure what all the buzz was about. And I was on makeup TikTok for like 2 seconds, and I just felt like the entire time everyone was yelling at me. I am not about that. If you ever feel pressured by anyone to, I don't know, buy something, maybe beauty YouTube is not for you. Maybe you should try something else. Find another YouTube community to spend time at. There's tons and tons and tons and tons. And if you feel pressured to buy something, maybe just don't contribute to that community anymore. I mean, because I've never, sometimes I will see that people love things and I'm like, oh, I really want to try that because they love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. That's another thing. I I never watch one person's video. Okay, in the past, because now as I'm a content creator, I'm always constantly on top of makeup. But like, bring it back to the 2016 days, and when I could not afford makeup, I was going to, like a regular consumer, purchase one palette, probably an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, because I think the Sultry, is that what it was called? I use that constantly. That's what I used all the time. Sultry palette. I only had the one too. But I watched so many videos. I watched so many YouTube reviews. So maybe the reason that everybody feels like there's so much pressure to buy things is because there's lots of people in the space reviewing products. But the more people you have reviewing the products, the more opinions you have, the more understanding you can have of if it's good or not. So, that's always my advice. I mean, I've never just watched one person and been like, I have to buy that now. Usually, and I have a lot of people on YouTube that I trust, like trust. I trust their recommendations. But even then, I would still make sure that I watched so many videos about the product that I'm thinking about purchasing. Period. Like, I'm not about to just go and buy it off of one person's recommendation. That's just me. So, seriously, honestly, I do know, I remember talking about this at least one other time on my channel because it really, really, it rubs me the wrong way. And I don't understand why people get so mean and mad about it. Like, it's just makeup. And how does what I spend my money on affect you in any way? It doesn't. It just doesn't. So the fact that some people get so angry with the Sephora recommendations videos and they claim that they're looking out for people and they're trying to help people, and I don't know. I mean, I think that's what they're claiming. So it's just weird. It's weird. It's mean. At the end of the day, it's really just makeup. So I don't think there's any reason to be mean or angry at people for creating Sephora recommendation videos. I'm going to make one after I'm done filming this one because I love talking about makeup. And I really don't think that people who create recommendation videos recommending product are trying to pressure people into buying stuff. And, if people have fans who watch their channel all the time and want to support them, then they want to see recommendations for what they love. And I don't think that's a bad thing either. It's really this underconsumption, small collection thing is really weird to me. So, yeah. I just think this is something that goes so, like, into this realm of you do you. Get as much or as little makeup as you want. Because the only person who's affected by your makeup spending is you maybe your spouse and your family. Like, that's something that you need to be a responsible adult about, you know, and it, I don't understand. I don't get it. Oh, yes. And this was another thing I was going to hit. I forgot. So, makeup spending also has a lot to do with the price of makeup. I don't know if you notice in a lot of my videos, I don't mention the product, the price of the product, unless I'm like really trying to give you a good in-depth review about something. I don't mention the price very much because to me, the price doesn't matter that much. I'm not somebody who's going to come on to YouTube and say, this isn't worth the price for you. I might say it's not worth the price for me. I spent too much money on it. I don't think this was worth the price. This wasn't worth the amount of dollars I spent on it. I always forget to get more eyeshadow brushes. Yeah, it's not worth the money I spent on it, but I don't know your budget. I don't know what you can afford and what you can't afford. I don't think that that anybody can say whether makeup is worth the price or not, because everybody's idea of worth the price is different. Like, well, I mean, I'm surrounded by people who cannot believe how much money I spend on makeup, because to them, it's not worth it. But to me, it is. So I just don't understand that. I don't think, and that opinion stems a lot from the fact that I don't think that drugstore is as good. Sorry about it. Makeup spending, I will always spend my money on high-end makeup, because I used to, if you go back to like my videos, my earlier channel videos, I used drugstore makeup. I was only able to afford, except for like the occasional eyeshadow palette, I was only able to afford makeup on the drugstore side of Ulta, period. We have an Ulta in my town. We don't have a Sephora. And yeah, I was only able to shop at the drugstore side. And I had lots of ColourPop. And the makeup that I have in my collection now, the high-end makeup that I choose to invest my money in, is better than the drugstore makeup. It just is. I don't think that there's that's another unpopular opinion video I was thinking about filming, because dupes make me real mad. But that's for another day. So, everyone's value of $1 is different. So, I'm not going to get on camera, and I don't think anybody should really, but that's my opinion. My opinion is I don't think beauty gurus and beauty YouTubers and people in general should get on camera and say that something is worth the money. Because I don't know your living situation. I don't know what your bills look like. I don't know what your, I don't know. I don't even know that. I was about to say, I assume since you're watching my channel, you like high-end makeup, but I don't know. Maybe you just watch for me. I don't know. Hey, I really hope that you decide to stay. But it doesn't, it's so wild to me. Wild. The fact that people create videos all about how makeup is not worth the price. I just purchased all 5 of the very controversial Patrick Ta duos. And that video will hopefully be up before this one. But I purchased all of them, and I think they're worth the money. The way that the beauty community is in uproar about the price of those eyeshadow duos just blows my mind. Just blows my mind. I don't, if you don't want to buy them, don't buy them. If you think they're overpriced, don't buy them. If you want them and you like shiny, pretty things and you like single eyeshadows, then buy them. And I don't think price is something that should be debated so much. What we spend our money on is just, it should not be debated as much as it is, in my opinion. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense how people get so up in arms about the price of things. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Because everybody's idea of what is worth their money is different. So I hope that makes sense. I truly believe that I have never met a drugstore product that performs as well as my high-end makeup. It just doesn't. And I will never, it's just not. I believe, especially with makeup, you get what you pay for. Period. If you pay high-end prices, you get high-end quality. And if you don't, then you don't. And you buy what you can afford. Trust me, I have been there 110%. I, like I mentioned, used to only be able to shop at the drugstore side of Sephora. Not Sephora, Ulta. Drugstore side of Ulta. So, like, don't say I don't know what it's like. Because I was a single mom for about a year, working one income. I was working, so I wanted to, put a little something on my face. I couldn't go in barefaced every day, but I had a very tiny makeup collection. And, and I loved high-end makeup, and I would watch the beauty videos, but I couldn't afford it. So I had drugstore stuff. And now that I can afford it and my life looks so different than it used to, yeah, there is no chance of me purchasing drugstore or trying a dupe of anything. That's not my journey. So, what your value of $1 is most certainly different than your neighbors or anybody else. So, I think that this $128 Vanessa Myricks palette worth every single penny that I spent on it, but somebody else isn't. Somebody's going to think this is overpriced and not worth it. So, I just hope that we can be kind to each other and that we can understand that how other people spend their money doesn't affect you at all. And yeah, what people want to spend their money on is cool with me. Okay, I'm going to finish up this eye look and then I'll be right back to wrap it up. Okay, so in conclusion, it's just makeup at the end of the day. It's not life and death stuff. Makeup spending is spend however much you want, however much is in your budget. Don't make anybody on the internet make you feel bad for spending as much as you spend or as little as you spend. We all are just trying our best here to to do our best. And yeah, I think the pricing of makeup has a lot to do with makeup spending. And, you know, if it's too high, don't buy it. If it's too high for your budget, don't buy it. But don't get mad at other people who recommend it if they think it's good because they bought it. So, yeah, I hope that that makes sense. Please keep the comments kind, please. But let me know. Let me know what you think. What do you think about all this makeup spending, overpriced makeup consumption stuff that's happening right now? And yeah, everybody's value of a dollar is different. Kind of. I think it is. It is. Some people have more dollars, some people have less dollars, right? So, okay. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Give this video a thumbs up if you love videos like this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! Love like Jesus. You want to tell them why you have curlers in your hair?
I'm gonna have pictures.
Dance pictures, huh? Cute.